Hello everyone, I'm Perry. Today is July 10th, 2026. Today's topic is a small old house in downtown Toronto, purchased for CAD 580,000 and sold for 12 million Canadian dollars 16 years later. How did the seller manage to do this? The case I'm sharing today took place in downtown Toronto. To protect the privacy of the person involved, I'll refer to him as Charlie, Mr. Charlie. Before retiring, Mr. Charlie had been running a business in downtown Toronto for over 20 years. Mr. Charlie had a very keen eye for investment. The downtown Toronto house he bought around 2007 was actually nothing extraordinary. It was simply an old, small three-story house, not very large, about 2,000 square feet. Let's first take a look at the purchase record. As you can see from the picture, the house was quite ordinary, just one of the many typical three-story houses in downtown Toronto. The house was sold in 2006 for CAD 580,000, and Mr. Charlie just bought the house with this price. One notable feature of the house was that the house was located right on a major street in downtown Toronto's East End. You stepped out the front door and were immediately on the street. During the same period, houses of the same type in the same neighborhood, which were also located on major roads, were all priced similarly, generally between CAD 600,000 and CAD 700,000. Now, let's look at another example. This property can be found in the Toronto Real Estate Board's public database. It is 467 Richmond Street. Let's take a look at this house. It is in the same neighborhood as Charlie's house. Its property type is also very similar. It's a three-story semi-detached house. From the picture, you can see there are actually two houses. Number 467 is just the right half of the semi-detached property. It has 5 bedrooms. It was listed in 2008 with an asking price of CAD 699,000. At that time, it was actually not sold. The listing was terminated. The house sat on the market for 76 days at CAD 699,000 without selling. So its price was differed from Charlie's house by less than CAD 100,000. The houses were the same type in the same neighborhood, with less than a CAD 100,000 price difference. In fact, this house had better physical features than Charlie's. Now, let's fast forward 15 or 16 years to 2022 and 2023. At that time, the downtown Toronto real estate market had reached its peak. In particular, condos in downtown Toronto's East End were in extremely high demand. Therefore, developers were eager to acquire land for condominium projects. As a result, Mr. Charlie sold his house for 12 million Canadian dollars with little effort. Of course, that was a private sale to a developer and did not appear in the Toronto Real Estate Board's public database. To cross-reference the real estate market momentum at that time, let's look at houses from the same period and in the same neighborhood that were similar to Charlie's. What were they asking for sale at that time? A representative example is the same 467 Richmond Street we discussed earlier. The timeline examined was 2023. At that time, for 67 Richmond Street had an asking price of 19.5 million Canadian dollars. That asking price was about 7.5 million Canadian dollars higher than Charlie's selling price. Now, let's take a look. Charlie's house sold successfully for 12 million Canadian dollars. As for 467 Richmond Street, it apparently did not sell on the market. The listing was terminated at a staying some time on the market. Although it didn't sell, the house itself had better physical characteristics than Charlie's. So if 467 had been listed at 12 million Canadian dollars at that time, it likely could have been sold as well. Therefore, the market value of 467 Richmond Street at that time should have been at least around 12 million Canadian dollars. This is why we say Mr. Charlie had excellent investment vision. He was able to invest at the right time and exit at the right time, realizing his gains in cash. His investment decisions were not based on guessing, gambling, or estimation. Mr. Charlie had a deep understanding of real estate and had done extensive theoretical research. His decisions were backed by solid theory. As we know, there are many houses in downtown Toronto's East End. Did every house increase in value by 10 million Canadian dollars during the market peak of 2022 to 2023? The answer is obviously no. If you'd like to learn more about this, please contact us.
Okay, today's video is up to here. You are welcome to make comments, thumb up, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.